playing that. Good times, good times. If you remember, you're old. But here we go. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have the Polish Protoss player, the red Polish Protoss representing Storm Gaming, as we have made it. Oh my god, my apologies. We've made it here to the grand finals of Grand Finales of the House Open Cup number 9. We are here to crown our champion. Will it be one Protoss or the other? Again, we had some big names face off against them. Players like Papi, players like Spirit. I feel like everyone involved, even myself included, believed that Spirit would be the contender for this week's cup. But no, Spirit, he went down earlier tonight against this very player, against the red Protoss. For Storm Gaming, Gerald. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss player representing Starlight Twinkle. The contender, the would-be challenger, it is Krystianer. He just bounced back in a wild base trade against Papi. Now it all comes down to this PvP, as Krystianer is going for a max packs, is going for a gate expand, gateway on the low ground, is going for a double gas opener, so it's going to be gateway into Cybercore into Stargate, followed by the Nexus, but overall an economic build from Krystianer. Gerald opening up 2 gate, it's going to be on Gerald to punish this. Now, if you are familiar with Krystianer, if you've been watching recently, if you've been watching Sparkling Tuna Cup, if you've been watching WTL, you would know that in PvPs, Krystianer has been very fond of this. Like, I don't know what it is, but I was not expecting, out of all players in Europe, I was not expecting Krystianer to be like the disciple of Max Packs, because not many people do this. We see like Showtime or even Hero's been sprinkling it in here and there, going for like the Gate Cyber Expand, but Krystianer, he has been the player outside of Max Packs who's been doing this more often than not. It's been very interesting to see Krystianer kind of adopt this. There's that Stargate that we spoke about. Again, double gas means Cybercore into Stargate, followed by expansion. We do get the pylon block from Gerald, trying to delay the expansion for as long as he can. And we'll see how Gerald does respond to this. So far, 2 gateways into a would-be expansion as well. No strong reaction yet. No signs of a one base all-in from Gerald. No signs from our red Protoss player, as the probe is going to be shut down. Does end up falling. We do force a cancel on the pylon, and now Krystianer can expand, and he has the money for it, and he will soon expand with that 400 minerals. Nexus is on the way. Stargate does finish. It should be for an Oracle first. If Gerald goes for one base all in, then Krystianer can go for a Void Ray back at home. Again, if you're familiar with Max Packs, then you'd be familiar with this build, because this is like Max Packs' go-to. And Gerald is building up and banking up his own resources to take his own natural. And there it is. The natural is finally going to be on the way, but later than that of Krystianer. In a mirror matchup, that's everything. So Gerald, he's pushing out. He has 2 Stalkers, soon to be 4. He's biding his time, waiting for his opportunity, trying to catch out any stray units, and here we go, we're pushing in. Shield Battery does finish up in time. Oracle does pop out as well. Gerald poking in, applying some pressure here. We do have a backup Shield Battery on the way. Ooh, we do get a kill. It's a kill, not a cancel on the Shield Battery. Good pickup. Stalker's taking some hits. The Oracle did not turn back around. We force a recall, and here comes the Oracle. But the Stalkers, they get here just in time. The Oracle does no damage. We have 4 Stalkers in the main. Ooh, big overextension by Krystianer. Oh my god. We take some extra hits, but the Oracle does survive. Krystianer gets away. And Gerald setting up a proxy. What do you have? What do you have for us? It's Dark Shrine. We have a Twilight Council in the main. We have a proxy pylon. This screams Dark Shrine. And there it is. Proxy Dark Shrine is on the way. Remember, I mentioned in the previous series how this has become more popular. You know, back in the day, this used to be much more rare, but yeah, the Proxy Dark Shrine has been much more in fashion these past couple of months. I say couple of months, like these past 2 months. It's been very trendy. It's been their moda. As the Invisible Man is going to be on the way. Krystianer going for a stasis trap. Now again, what's a little bit scary here is that there is no scout. There is an oracle, so we do have revelations available. We can get some detection from the side of Krystianer, but there's no robo. There is no constant form of detection available here. And Gerald, he's hunting down that oracle. He's looking for it. And if he can bring it down, then there's just no way for Krystianer to really deal with these DTs. Third base is on the way, so we're being even more greedy here, or just focusing on our economy, building ourselves up. Third nexus is delayed. Oh, do we time it right? Oh, we do. Very impressive with the timing from Krystianer. The stacked stasis here. Very nicely done. Stasis does complete. Probe's still locked in. But here come the Dark Templar. The Invisible Man has arrived. We have 3 of them as well. And what's scary, because we just threw down that revelation, we have less energy threw down the stasis trap. We have less energy for revelation. Stalkers push in, they get forced back. Still no robo, no forge, no cannons, no nothing. The oracle has to recall back home. We do go for the recall. Main army gets forced back. We're waddling in. And we do have a revelation available. But we split up the stalkers. We split up the DTs, I mean. And probes are going down. We get 1 revelation in the natural. But we have a DT in the main as well. And a DT at the third. And what can Krystianer do? He does get a second revelation off. That's still 16, 17 probes going down, and we're still going. We're still getting more damage done. Revelation does connect. We get all 3 Dark Templar, but that's 21 probe kills. That's over a mineral line. And with that, Gerald, he takes the lead. He reinforces with more stalkers. Has to be careful not to throw too much away. Does have to take care. More DTs waddling in, bearing in mind that we are still reliant on revelations, on energy for that detection. There is still no robo, there's still no observer. And this could just be game. We get 1 revelation on 1 DT, but we have 2 more coming in. Main army moves out, and Krystianer, he's all in. He's all in at this point. It's all or nothing. Does take down a gateway, rams up against an overcharge. Plenty of stalkers to defend, and we are getting more damage done here. We still have a DT alive at the natural. We're still not done with how much damage we're dealing. So we do get in. Oof. Yeah, and GG gets called. The Invisible Man is just too much. And Gerald takes game number 1. GG. GG, well played. Again, is a very risky play style here from Gerald, just because if your opponent does end up going into a robo, into observers, like it completely shuts it down, or if they're able to scout you as well, but did go unscouted, and Gerald was able to snowball out of control with those Dark Templar. There was just no counterplay available there for Krystianer, just heavily reliant on those observers, and yeah, he just could not keep up, could not clean up those DTs in time. GG. GG, well played. Gerald takes a lead, but it's a best of 5. It's a best of 5. We have plenty more games ahead of us. We have more opportunity to bounce back. Let's go. And I'm hoping for a back and forth here, as game 2 is on Golden Aura. Let's go. Let us go. And here we go, spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Golden Aura, we have our Red Protoss player, leading the series 1-0 in the grand finals of the H.4.0.S Open Cup. Representing Sidestorm Gaming, it is Gerald. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the blue Protoss player, representing Starlight Twinkle. Looking to bounce back in this series, make a series out of it. It is Krystianer. Again, he's a new pickup of Starlight Twinkle. For a very, very long time he was on Team Blazer, but Starlight Twinkle has since branched out. I mentioned before, but Starlight Twinkle, they did lose Nice. Nice joined another team. He joined Team Little Fairy. So in the absence of Nice, they did need a Protoss replacement, and Krystianer has been the player to step in. He has been the player to step up. And here we go. Gerald's moving out with his Probe Scout. It is going to be a 2-gate opener this time. 2-gate opener out of Krystianer, 2-gate opener out of Gerald. This time we have some standard builds. No max packs opener this time. And it is a little bit riskier here on Golden Aura as, hello Krystianer. This is a prime spot for a proxy robo. A prime spot for a 1-base all-in. Pylon has been thrown down. Probe is in position. Now what is scary is that this is a very common proxy location, and Gerald, he sees that the pylon is missing. There should be a second pylon in the main, just like how Gerald, his second pylon is finishing up right now next to the gases, and he knows that Krystianer's is missing. So he knows that there's a pylon somewhere. It could be real, it could be fake. It is a robo, it's a 1-base all-in as we mentioned. This is just a really strong location for it. So 1-base all-in by Krystianer. Gerald, he still has to confirm. And he's checking. He's checking the left-hand side of the map with 1 probe, and he's moving out with another towards the right-hand side. So 2 probes are on the field. And based on the rally, ooh, we're checking the edge of the map first before the center. So we are not scouting this anytime soon. Gerald is in the dark. Probe slips in. Krystianer does confirm the 2-gate opener. He does confirm the positioning of the second pylon as well. Ooh, Gerald setting up his own proxy across the map. Do we go 1-base versus 1-base? That's a 3rd gateway. Uh-oh. Things are about to pop off here. Krystianer is looking for the 3rd pylon. As proxy has been found. He has to respond. He has to rotate over with his stalkers. Immortals on the way. Now, Krystianer should save this. It's going to be... Yeah, Krystianer, he should be able to shoot first. Does rock up, does zone away that stalker, shuts down the probe. Yeah, without vision. Oh, actually, Gerald, he does spot this from over the wall. And we focus out the pylon, it will fall. Oh, barely does delay that immortal. Massive pick up here from Gerald. Very nicely done. At the same time, that's going to be a 4th gateway across the map. So 3 gateways back at home, 1 across the map, 4 gate in total. It's a 4-gate, 1-base all in. That's mad. So Gerald is committed, so is Krystianer. Who comes out on top? We're about to find out. It's soon to find out. The Immortal does arrive. Prism's on the way as well. Ooh, we did pick up some Stalkers. That is dangerous. So it's going to be 3 gateways versus 4 gates. But again, we have Immortals. We have the Warp Prism. Krystianer has micro potential. With the Warp Prism, he basically has defensive blink. Gerald's reinforcing across the map. He just spent his recall. Remember that. Gerald does not have a recall available. We're going for a base trade. We are going for a base trade. What does Gerald have back at home to defend? He has a shield battery on the way. Soon to be an overcharge. Shield sentries as well for force fields. Let's go. Krystianer, we have to come back home. Yeah, he turns back around. He recalls back home. Ay, ay, ay. A brutal recall. We focus on 1 pylon. We do get another as well, just barely. We're maybe overextending here. We do get a probe, but it's going to cost us 4 stalkers. This is a rough trade. Good control from Krystianer. Yeah, 4 stalkers go down. Sentry here on the ramp. Gerald still massing up back at home, getting into his own robo production. And Krystianer, is he aware that there is a proxy out there? Gets the sentry. Doesn't check on the right-hand side. Oh, and we have Adepts on the way. The wall is wide open. Adepts are going to be shading in. Krystianer, this all-in, the longer this goes on, the harder it becomes. I mean, I say that, but there's also a 1-base all-in from Gerald, so it's a really weird game state as we do wall off in time. Clutch wall off there from Krystianer. Prism on its way towards the main. Krystianer pushing in towards the main base of Gerald. Again, we do have sentries, do have force fields. But Gerald's out of position here. Okay, it does rotate in time. Immortal's on the way. Show us the force fields. So far, so good. But Krystianer, he juggles his way into the main Adepts. They're also trying to bust in. Immortals forcing their way in, and they depower the gateways as well. There is that overcharge available. But Krystianer, he's going for another massive warp, and Gerald supply blocked. No! Gerald, he's getting into the main base. It's taking too long. It's taking too long. It has taken too long to get into the main. Boys are being pulled. And Krystianer is snowballing out of control. Even with the overcharge, it's just not enough. We focus down the Immortal. And there's just too much DPS. Krystianer, he is bouncing back in this series. It was a weird one. It was a chaotic game 2 here. One base versus one base. That's every single probe going down. Meanwhile, across the map, Krystianer, he does minimize his losses. A lot of probes are falling as well, don't get me wrong. But he gets the Immortal. He gets the last fighting units here of Gerald. There's nothing left. There's 2 adepts. There's 1 adept. There's 0 adepts. GG gets called, and Krystianer ties up the series 1-1. GG. We have a tied up series. We have a series on our hands. We have a back and forth. Whew, that was, again, a wild one. I wasn't too sure who to favor when it came to the one base versus one base. I was really concerned when Krystianer was forced to recall back home, but he, and the fact that he also did not scout the proxy either. He wasn't able to find it, but he was able to commit across the map. Unfortunately, Gerald got supply blocked at a really rough moment. A really rough supply block there for Gerald. It did mean that he just could not reinforce, could not warp in. His force fields were, I mean, they didn't matter because of the warp prism as well. And Krystianer was able to force his way into the main base, was able to get the win in the end. And now we're here to determine who takes the lead. Who takes the lead in this series as we're loading in to Ghost River. Let's go. Let us go. Getting into game number 3. Who will gain momentum in this best of 5? Who will be that step closer to becoming this week's champion? As spawning in the top right hand corner of Ghost River, we have our Polish Protoss player, the red Protoss, representing Storm Gaming. It is Gerald. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss player, representing Starlight Twinkle, tying up the series 1-1 that last game, forcing a more back and forth series. It is Krystianer. Here we go. And we do see Krystianer once again going for the max packs opener. We spoke about this before. I'm not in love with this on Ghost River, I'll be honest. So it's going to be a 2-gate opener from Gerald. Krystianer, he's going for a gate expand setup here. And I'm not fond of it for one reason. The map. Ghost River, it's a very short rush distance map just a very short rush distance map. It doesn't take long at all to get across the map and to apply pressure and to go for an all-in. And it's going to be a straight-up gate expand. We need a little bit more time. Gerald coming in for the pylon block. We have the money for it, but the money is being wasted. We're up to 400 minerals, and we need the Nexus. Oh, big delay. Yeah, big delay. Krystianer forced to throw down the Cybercore. He wanted the Nexus, but could not throw it down. Forced to go for the Cybercore because of the delayed second gas. We can't go into a Stargate, and this is a rough start. It's a rough start for Krystianer. There we go. Now forced to take that gas. So if you remember in game 1, the build of choice for Krystianer was a gate cyber expand with a double gas into a Stargate. Here, because he delayed his second gas, he intentionally delayed his Cybercore. He was trying to go for a faster Nexus. He has denied it. And now he's playing catch up here. Now he's trying to turn water into wine with his build. Another pylon block on the natural. Behind this, Gerald going for a Stargate follow-up with Adepts. A very aggressive build here from Gerald. He's going to be harassing on the ground with Glaive Adepts, harassing from the air with those Oracles. Stalker finally comes out and we can finally expand. Again, Krystianer has the money for it, and there it is. Nexus is finally on the way. Nexus still before the Stargate. And it will be a faster Nexus, don't get me wrong. It is faster than that of Gerald. but it has been delayed by quite a bit. It is not as greedy, not as economic as Krystianer would have wanted. Do have our own second gateway, actually. Interesting. Getting to our second gateway. Gerald rotating around. Krystianer probe is expanding himself. Not a one base all in. Just looking to harass. Ooh, and the Adepts, they do shade into the main. Oh, this should not have happened. The wall was not a wall. The SimCity was less than ideal, and we get 4 probe kills. This is racking up very quickly. 6 probes go down. One of the Adepts will escape, and we're not done, because here comes the Oracle, and Krystianer, has he scouted? He does not know, but he does move his Stalkers in position, thankfully. He has 2 Stalkers in the main base, but probes are still going to go down. We get 1, we get 2, we get 3. 3 probe kills, 9 in total. The Adept comes back in. It's only 1 Adept, and it takes 2 Adepts to one-shot a probe, so not going to be able to achieve too much here. The Adept is getting quite low. Yeah, the Adept goes down. But 9 probes for 2 Adepts, worth it. Well worth it here for Gerald. And as a result, Gerald, despite the fact that he got a later expansion, does now have a worker lead. Gerald does maintain that economic lead. We saw the Oracle try to dip back in for a moment, but alas was zoned away. Behind this we have Blink in production from both players, with similarly timed upgrades as well. So no big advantage from either Gerald or Krystianer. Third gateway on the way for Gerald. And from here, Gerald, he can just chill and expand. He can just chill, take a third base. And expand. So they'll get shut down. There's that third that we spoke about. We can see Gerald checking the third base of Krystianer. Because of the layout of the map, there's only 1 third base you can expand to, and that's this one. There is no linear third, just the triangular one. Krystianer's is on the way. Ooh, only 1 Stalker in position. We can get some probes. We get 1, we get 2, we get 3. Do we get 4? Ooh, we do get 4, but we get punished. A little bit too greedy there by Gerald. 3 would have been enough to get away, but he gets a 4th. The cost of the Oracle. But still, that is 14 probes for 2 Adepts and 1 Oracle. Aye, aye, aye. So again, the Oracles did pay for themselves. Behind this, backup Oracle on the way. This is interesting. I do like this. What are the odds that your opponent makes an Oracle this late into a PvP? Very low. Very low odds. So Krystianer, after killing the Oracle, he has nothing in position. Nothing in the main, nothing in the natural. Why would he need anything there? He has everything at the third, which means that there's a big opening. There's a wide opening here for Gerald. It's a third base distracting Krystianer. At the same time, the Oracle goes ham into the mineral line. We managed to get 2, 3, 4 probes. Oh, barely not 4. Only 3 for now. We check the main. We scout the Dark Shrine. Massive scout there from Gerald. Does get eyes on the Invisible Man. Oh, God. And Krystianer, again, he was trying to pull a fast one on Gerald, but the Dark Templar is not going to be good enough. Robo is on the way. Observer as well. Krystianer does have a proxy pylon. There we go. Dark Templar being warped in. As the Adepts say, shade into the natural once again. Krystianer is being pulled apart. Probe after probe going down. The Oracle hits the main base at the same time. And here come the Dark Temple. We have cannons in production. Now, the cannon won't finish in time, but we do have an observer. We already have an observer. Does come out. We force a real... That's a weird recall. Oh, on the Oracle, actually. Okay, I can get behind that. I thought it was a recall on the observer. First DT gets no damage. This other Dark Templar, likewise, no kills either. Just the 1 DT going down. Now, this may not have killed many or any workers, but it has kept Krystianer, sorry, it has kept Gerald busy. Here we go, DT does waddle back in. this time getting some damage done. 3 probes going down. That's something. Oh, that's less than ideal. As we catch the other Dark Templar. Gerald's still ahead in workers. Likewise, Gerald now he's ahead in upgrades, working on +1 attack. Gateway explosion as well. And Krystianer, he still has recovering to do. It's been a rough game. Jesus, I had 25 probe kills. Oh my god. 25 workers have gone down. That is brutal. And here comes Gerald. Looking at the army, he's got 22 stalkers to the 15 of Krystianer. Now we do have a shield battery, we do have an overcharge. Bear that in mind. So Krystianer, he can defend. No shield battery here at the natural, so the Oracle can get some more damage done. Here we go. Gerald, he does dive in, gets a pylon. Ooh, gets the shield battery. Very nicely done. Shield battery goes down as well. We can see Gerald going for a Dark Shrine. Krystianer does have a safety cannon here at the 3rd. The Oracle does get into the natural. Gets some damage done, gets away. Gerald pushing in, and yeah, he just has an overwhelming army. GG, or the 1G, Papi, as Gerald takes game number 3, taking a lead in the series. GG, Papi. Oh. Very impressive stuff there out of Gerald. And once again, this is not the first time that we've seen Krystianer go for that greedy build on Ghost River. And just like last time, he was punished for it. Whether it's Gerald, whether it's Nightmare, we've seen Krystianer time and time again go for this more greedier economic build on Ghost River, and it just seems too greedy and too risky to me, just considering the map there. We saw that Gerald, it took him, or he got across the map so quickly with his probe, he denied the expansion, did disrupt the opener of his opponent. And it felt like Gerald was kind of in the driver's seat there, because if you remember, that led into the Adept harass, that led into the Oracle harass, that led into him scouting and preparing for the Dark Templar as well. Like, Gerald was all over Krystianer in that game, and very well done. Did successfully punish Krystianer for his build of choice. And now we find ourselves in game 4. We find ourselves with Gerald leading the series and Krystianer falling behind. Can he catch back up? Can he force that ace match, or is it all over here and now? Let's go. Let us go. As spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Alkione, sorry, bottom left hand corner of Alkione, we have our Polish Protoss player, the Red Protoss, leading the series 2-1, 1 game away from becoming this week's House Open Cup champion. It is Gerald. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the Blue Protoss player representing Starlight Twinkle. Down in this series, can he bounce back? Can he fight back here and now? He needs to force that ace match. It is Krystianer. Here we go. As we do see Krystianer going for a more greedier max build once again, gateway on the low ground. But I'm content with this. On a map like Alkione, on a very large macro map that we see here before us, this makes sense. Makes plenty of sense here from our Blue Protoss player. It's going to be a little bit harder, more difficult for Gerald to punish. As Gerald is moving out with the probe scout, so is Krystianer. Getting eyes on each other. It's going to be that 2-gate opener here from Gerald. And Krystianer is going to be doing his best Max Pax impression. Now, we can see the main base. This time he took 2 gases. Double gas opener here out of Krystianer. What does this mean? This means a faster Cybercore. This means a delayed Nexus, so it doesn't matter as much that the probe is here. It's going to be a Cybercore into Stargate, with our first Zealot, of course, into a bit of a delayed expansion. But the expansion should still be faster than that of Gerald. Back at home, second pylon has been scouted, so Krystianer knows that there's no proxy. He knows that there's no shenanigans here from Gerald. Not yet. There can still be a 1 base all in, but there's no proxy at least from our Red Protoss. So Krystianer, he can breathe a little bit easier for the time being. Zealot has arrived. Stargate's going to be on the way as soon as we finish up the Cybercore. There's that Stargate on the way. And this should be for an Oracle opener. I say should be because, I mean, if our opponent, if Gerald goes for a Stargate himself, then we could go into a Phoenix opener instead. If we catch wind of an all-in, it could be a Void Ray first. So far, pylons are being shut down. Probe coming back. Gerald's moving out with a second probe. Very interesting. We'll keep an eye on this worker. Very suspect. Third pylon gets thrown down. Nice delay in the expansion. Probe is finally going to be hunted. There's that Nexus. And show us what you got. The probe is throwing down a pylon. Gerald, what do you have for us? What are we going to whip out? Okay, it's going to be a third gateway in the main base. It's a one base all in. 100%. Yep, pylons on the way. This could either be... This should be a fourth gateway. It should just be a one base 4-gate all in. Otherwise, we would have seen tech. I feel like it might be a little bit too late for a Robo or a Twilight Council. So, yep, there we go. It's going to be the fourth gateway. We would have seen tech by now if that's where we wanted to go. So, Gerald's going to try and brute force his way through. There's no finesse here. There's no blink. There's no immortals. There's no warp prison to juggle. No, no, no. Just pure stalkers. Just a pure gateway army. Let's go. Now, Krystianer did go Oracle first. He's going to be harassing across the map. We need that Void Ray, though. Krystianer does need the Void Ray. Does force back the army. We can see the Cybercore taking a lot of hits. One Stalker goes down. Big pick off here by Krystianer. Get the Stalker. Forcing back the army. Oracle's on the way. What do we have in the main base? We have a shield battery in position. One shield battery is good enough to deal with one Oracle. For the most part. Oracle goes to the beam. Shield battery going to be able to delay the damage. And do we have a defensive warp in? Oh, we do not. We just warp in across the map instead. Gerald trying to break Krystianer here and now. We're pushing in. And that Cybercore once again still getting very low. It's going to fall. Cybercore gets picked up. No more sentries, no more stalkers. Ooh, we picked up another stalker as well. And we did miss a force field. I don't know if you saw that. We did miss a good opportunity to force field, and Gerald, he takes control of the low ground, takes down the gateway. Where are the Void Rays? I just realized no Void Ray production here out of Krystianer. Without Void Rays, you have to wait for the Immortal. The Immortal comes out, but a little bit too late to save the wall. Boys are being pulled. We had a force field. That's all the energy we had left. And Gerald, he's overwhelming. He takes down the Oracle as well. It moves into the army. Not like this. We have another force field as well. There's the overcharge. But he's just thrown away the Immortal. Very nice force field from Gerald. And now we're going for the Immortal. It's trapped. There's no way out. It does get focused down. And Krystianer, he's down to the bare bones. He's down to one Immortal, 2 Stalkers, and 1 Sentry. And GG gets called. There's just too much to handle here. Gerald snowballs out of control, and he will take the series 3-1, becoming this week's H.4.0.S Open Cup champion. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations here to Gerald as he does take the series, does take down Krystianer. Again, Krystianer, bold move in his defense. Once you catch wind of the all-in, once you realize how aggressive your opponent's being, Void Rays. When you're in that position from Krystianer's point of view, because your production's so limited, because you have that Nexus, you need to make use of the production that you have. The Stargate made the Oracle. The Stargate needs to keep making the units. Needs to make Void Rays to defend. Just because you have such limited production available to you, you can't make anything else. You can warp in like 2 Stalkers at a time or 1 Stalker at a time, and that is it. Yes, we had a robot with Immortals on the way, but we also needed those Void Rays just so we could have something to hold on, something to hold the line, to buy time for the Immortals and from extra warp-ins and to defend. Alas, Krystianer, he cut corners. He cut corners there. He was a little bit greedy. He was punished for that greed, and in the end, Gerald snowballed out of control. GG, well played. Congratulations here to Gerald. And a really impressive showing here from him, because I was praising a lot of these other players earlier. I was praising Spirit for having a deep run in EPT Spring in the European regionals and having a really good showing there. I was praising Krystianer for his WTL performances and the online tournaments in general, winning these Sparkling Tuna Cups back-to-back, defeating Gerald in these finals back-to-back as well. But Gerald, he's been rising up on his own. Likewise, just like these players here, last night, Gerald took down MaxPax in Kung Fu Cup, and now he also takes down Krystianer as well. GG, well played. I guess what I should emphasize here is that all these players, a lot of these Polish players, they've all been improving a lot here. They're all very active players in the online tournament scene. And they're not done peaking, is what I should say. I'm sure they're all still improving. They're all getting better. Week after week, we're able to showcase them against each other. And congratulations. Congratulations to Gerald. He gets his revenge versus Krystianer. GG, well played. And I believe in another 2 weeks, we're going to have another House Open Cup. Again, it is a bi-weekly tournament every 2 weeks. We have you covered with some Polish on Polish action. So it's going to be back in a couple of weeks. Otherwise, I'm sure you can see these players in events like Sparkling Tuna Cup, OSC King of the Hill, and other online events as well. So cheer them on. Look forward to them. They're all doing well. They are all doing well. GG, well played. With that, that is going to wrap up our broadcast for now. I say for now just because it hasn't been too long. It's only been 3 hours. You know, I could end it here and now. True. But I've been trying to find some time to broadcast something else. Over the past couple of weeks, we've had some viewer-submitted replays. Some of the viewers in the chat have been submitting replays. I have 3 of them here tonight. 3 of them, and I've been trying to find an opportunity to showcase them and cast them. We've been busy as of late, and especially with WTL, our broadcasts go very late into the night. Here, I have an opportunity. We're going to be going on a short break, and when we return, I'm going to have set up the overlays, and we're going to be diving into something a little bit more chill, into viewer replays instead. You know, showcased and submitted by the viewers, by the people in the chat. We can show them off. We have 3 matches, and yeah, we'll go through all of them. I am somewhat expectant here. I kind of know what I'm getting into, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready. I am ready. I don't know if you're ready in the chat, though. I don't know if you're ready. Again, if you want to support the Polish scene, you know, support Kashim. Kashim is a big influencer and a big name behind the Polish community just because he organizes and admins so many events. Likewise, Kashim is also the person behind Aligalac. When it comes to House Open Cup, House is it's like chaos. There's like an invisible sea there. And they are a gaming bar. They're a gaming bar over in Poland, over in Warsaw, the capital of Poland, and they host offline events from time to time. These online weeklies give you points leading into an offline final. So look forward to that, as the offline finals is on the horizon for the Polish community. Again, we've casted many of them in the past. Check them out on YouTube. We have a playlist with all of them listed back to back. And yeah, for now, we're going to be going on a short break. When we return, viewer replays. They're going to be coming at you. See you soon. See you soon, Pappy. Huh.